Hello guys, it is Jead and we are finally back and we have some huge news to come back to as well. Welcome to the FC27 beta. It's still FC26, but EA have kind of forgot about that and said, look, we're just going to start testing things for FC27. We've also got the market on the floor, new World Cup promo, the new Heroes promo, the Barca women's cards, loads to talk about. So let's jump into it. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic week so far. Just got back from Milan, but what is better than having an Aperol Spritz by the Duomo? Not FC26, but we're still here anyway, because I still enjoy this game, despite a lot of you guys, from what I'm reading on some of the comments in the other videos, not enjoying it as much. Let me know what your thoughts on the game are. Are you still enjoying it? Looking forward to the World Cup, or are you checked out after Ultimate Team of the Season? It'd be interesting to see what people are saying. But we're still an Ultimate Team of the Season, and we're still getting daily pretty decent content, despite what you think of the game. So we get... And we're going to be opening all of these on stream tonight because we've been away for a few days, of course. We've got a lot of leaks. We've also got a lot of content. And one of the main things is we've got all the TOTS upgrades, right? So the Serie A, Prem, Bundesliga, Liga, and the Liga TOTS upgrade. I'm going to open them all on stream tonight. Get yourself there. We'll see what we get. We've had the last of them now. I believe the Liga TOTS upgrade came yesterday. And we've also had loads of players. So we've got Buffon, Emma Ramirez, Gio Garbellini. We've got Bernardo Silva, Ashley Young, Sule. And at the back there, we've got Griezmann and Salah. Now, out of all the end of an era SBCs, yesterday we got Sule. He looks great as a 91 rated. If he fits Evos. Like, this guy gets in no one's teams. It's purely about Evos, right? Like a lot of things are in this game. I don't really like that. I wish SBCs were just insane, but it's kind of all about Evos now. But out of the end of an era SBCs, give you a quick ranking. Salah, great value. It is in terms of he's 2 million coins. He's cost way more on the market, but he's purely ungrindable. If someone who's got a lot of coins, worth it. If not, not. Sad thing is he's not lengthy, so you kind of got to play him up front. Griezmann, insane, 10 out of 10, must complete SBC. Is he the best card in the entire game? No, but he's very, very meta, and he's very, very cheap, like 250k. He's great. Sule, again, less than 100k, insane value for Evos. I would definitely go and complete him, put him in the club and forget about him. Plus, it's another end of an era card, which is quite nice. Ashley Young, again, insane value, and the card stats on him are actually really, really nice. The problem is, he's kind of a card that everyone goes and does, and then no one uses, apart from, like, maybe Gauntlet. He can play right mid. You're probably going to use him at right back. Again, he's not lengthy, which... It's the meta. Like, don't shout at me. He's not lengthy. But he's very, very cheap. I would go and do him and Sule really easily. Another cheap one, but not as cheap. 150,000 coins for Bernardo Silva. Kind of, for me, this was meant to be the best value one, and he does look very, very good. But I feel like there's so many good centre mids during Team of the Season that Bernardo Silva's kind of S. Maybe you could skip him if you do want to skip someone. And we got Buffon, who's completely overpriced, but he's an icon goalkeeper. In fact, we'll get rid of him. What we got yesterday, of course, was the Sule card we just said. We got Emma Ramirez and Gio Garbellini. I don't really care for showdown cards on this game unless they're from like a Liverpool, player, that the team that I support, or if there's just something insane. These cards are never that insane. But we do have the Gio Garbellini, who's by far the better out of two. She's got rapid plus, low driven, but she's also just got crazy play styles. And of course, if they get the win, she gets the third play style plus. I don't know what I'd want as a third play style plus, because I don't really want ping, I don't really want ticky. I'd probably want either quick step, incisive, or finesse to be as a play style plus, but we'll see. I think she's worth completing if she does get the upgrade, so maybe just gamble on that. It's only one squad. I would skip the Emma Ramirez. Like, Jockey plus and Rapid plus is just not a crazy playstyle plus combination. No one's going to use that card. Probably not even in Gauntlet. So that one I'd skip, but I'd go and do the Gio Garbellini card. But let me know, which end of an era cards have you guys actually thrown into your team? Because I imagine, for most people, what's quite sad is the answer is probably 0 or 1, right? It's either Salah or maybe Griezmann. And that's kind of it. Like, the end of an era cards meant to be the top tier of the cards of the game. And apart from Salah, they're not really that. EA have gone down this sort of weird Evo route. But we will open all those Team of the Season upgrades on stream. We might even do one of the icon packs. We've got a lot of the coins still sat there, as I'm sure you can see. I know 25 mil at this point in the game is crazy. And we've got to start spending them somewhere. So we'll just start doing loads of gamble packs on stream. I'm sure we will. And then Evos. Probably the main point of this video. But not because of the Evo that came out yesterday. Because of the leaks we've got. We've got 2 leaks, right? We have an Mbappe Evo leak coming. And of course, the main one is EA kind of testing the Evo system for FC27 in FC26, which might mean that it's worth going and completing a lot of these Evos, because in theory, we could maybe undo them later. So we got to talk about that. But yesterday, we got Tater Tots. That's kind of funny, like Tater Team of the Season. Kind of an American thing. I don't know how many of you guys watching are American, but I guess it's kind of an American thing. Repeatable times 5. We love a chain Evo that doesn't improve the rating of the card. I think you cannot complain about these Evos. They are not like insane, oh my god, but I can go and get my Cruyffs, like what, vision sprints being a long pass into 93, 95, 95. I think the fact that 95s is great. I think we need to start getting the stat caps past 92 and 93 up to 94, 95. And of course, it'd be lovely if we get to 96 and 99, like the end tier cards of the game. But I think as long as I go to 94 and 95 stat caps, that's fine with me. That's kind of sort of where we are, the power curve. It's kind of crept up to that level. But go and do all 5. I think it's just one game. Yeah, just one game to go and do it, which is fine. Just do it on someone who's already in your team if you can. I'm sure a lot of you guys have low-rated cards like this Cruyff who's still getting your team. who I'll do mine on, which is great. Sets them up for some of the Evos coming in the next promo. So overall, that was fine. But again, the big Evo content we'll come on to doesn't come like today, doesn't come yesterday. It's coming on Friday, and it's coming in that new 1.6 patch that we have a lot to talk about on. In terms of objectives, there is one thing that's worth mentioning. Has anyone not finished doing the Season Pass? I imagine a lot of you guys have finished doing the Season Pass, but if you haven't, we have one more SP Chase, which I believe is in campaign, but I might be wrong on that. We have one more SP Chase. Now, this matters for me. They go final burst, and we get like one more bit of SP, up to about 1,000. Because, again, tonight on stream, if this loads, it will. Brilliant. I am only at level 19. We're about to get the level 20 Premium Season Pass, and we should, with everything that's out right now, today, be able to go and finish this. We should be able to go and get level 30. Now, I might just open all my packs for Ultimate Tots, because I don't think saving for the new promo, and we've got the official, one of the official cards leaked in the full official team. I don't think saving for the new promo is fully worth it, and I'll explain why later. So I might just go and open all these packs on stream today and just see if we can get some decent Ultimate Team of the Season cards. I would much rather do that than save for these hero cards, or I could save them all the way until the World Cup promo. But when's that even going to be? The date keeps changing for this Tournament of the World promo that we keep talking about. But of course, that was all that was on the game yesterday. What we are here for is the leaks, but mainly the new promo, which is great, the World Cup stuff, which is great, but mainly the 1.6 patch stuff. I'm actually kind of surprised by this. It's not often you get surprised by leaks. Normally, it's kind of predictable what comes on this game. New promos every week, new evos every week. Everything kind of makes sense. The 1.6 patch stuff is very interesting with how EA have decided to do it, and we'll talk about that. Now, again, we spoke about before what we're doing tonight on stream, open all the packs and stuff. Another thing is, I mentioned this if you watched the videos a few weeks ago, I still have over 100 of this Nico O'Reilly card, who is still about 30 to 40,000 coins. He's super rare. I have 100 or 110 or something on my second account on the console market. I think today on stream, as a little bit of an experiment, I'm going to list all 100 for open bids. So I think I'm going to crash the market, or crash this card specifically. I think I'm going to list all 100 at the same time on open bids. Someone's going to win some of these cards for 10k, get some crazy deals. I just need the coins on the account, and I'm kind of bored of holding them. I've been holding them now for weeks. I might lose 1 million coins doing it. I might lose 2 million coins doing it. It's a bit of fun. Get yourself there, and we'll see if anyone can win any of these Nico O'Reilly cards for 10k, or if I get banned for listing 100 at the same time. But let's jump into these leaks. Starting with, yes, we have the first Heroes card coming on Friday. And this is why I might not save my packs, right? First Touch Plus, Quick Step, Finesse Shot Plus. Remember, this is meant to be the best card of the promo. 3 Playstyle Plus, and he has a 99 stat. So all the heroes are going to have a 99 stat. I'm sure you guys have seen. I don't understand it. I have no idea what we're doing here. Why is it 3 Playstyle Plus? Why is the card look like a decent Team of the Season card, but nothing like, you know, more? I feel like I'm missing something. There has to be a thing where these cards get a 4th Playstyle Plus if they, I don't know what Hazard would do in real life. I have no idea. He doesn't play the game anymore, but there needs to be a way this card gets a 4 Playstyle Plus if it's the best card in the promo. So I don't know if I'm missing something there. The 99 stat is cool, but EA know themselves that Playstyles are more impactful than the actual stats on the game. So not for me. Like, if that actually is the best card, there's nothing live about it. There's no Path to Glory, you know, style thing. There's nothing else. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? So let's see what it's like. Maybe I'm wrong on that. The 99 stat could be pretty cool, but apart from that, I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. But we do have a full official, like, not cards, but the players that are leaked. And again, Hazard the best one. Yaya Toure should be insane. Apart from that, like, Yap Stam centre-back cards are always ridiculous. And the more you go down the list, you kind of think, nah. Like, Mycon's normally really expensive because there's just not that many hero and icon right-backs on the game. Is that it? Is that the extensive list of the cards we care about? Maybe a Fabregas, maybe Z Roberto, just because he's a little bit of fun. But, like, a lot of the cards aren't going to be that hype. I'll tell you right now, Jill Scott plays insane in game. But if she's going to be 3 Playstyle Plus and similar stats to this, then, I mean, it's cool. It is cool, but we kind of already got these cards in Team of the Season and Ultimate Team of the Season. So let's see. Maybe I am missing something on that. Maybe EA will come through with a little bit of a buzzer beater basketball shot and give us something to look forward to. But that, in general, is not what we care about today. Trust me. You're going to see what we care about today a little bit later on. We do have Pateas coming as an end of an era SBC. And once again, like, if this is a 4 Playstyle Plus SBC, this could very easily be similar to Salah, right? A 1 million coin card that's 4 Playstyle Plus and insane because she's been that good, right? Multiple Ballon d'Or winner. Like, that's the levels we're talking here, right? Multiple Ballon d'Or winner, 4 times UCL. In my opinion, that has to be on Salah levels of card, 4 Playstyle Plus. Is that not more hype than this Hazard card? I don't know. But the Pateas end of an era SBC could be crazy. She's, of course, got the card in packs right now, which we'll talk about later, the UWCL Women's Champions League cards. The Barca cards that everyone wants to know, do we invest in, do we buy? Those cards look insane and crash the market. So we'll talk about her later. But she's got an end of an era coming, so maybe save your fodder if that's something you're interested in. I actually love playing with Pateas cards, so probably one that I will complete and try out on stream, because why not? We've also got a new icon confirmed for FC26, this Formiga card. She's, you know, played in 4 World Cups, from what I understand. Don't know much about her, but she could be a crazy CDM early game. That's one of the weird ones where we just have to see, right? We'll have to wait for FC27, see what the stats are like. And hopefully we get some like cool leaks for FC27 later on in the year as FC26 comes to an end. But right now, not much we can really see with that. Now, the two big ones. This is what's coming this Friday, and then we don't actually know when the 1.6 patches come in, but that should be coming soon as well. So this Friday, 91 rated, team of the season, striker evolution. Now, if you've watched Nate's video this morning, of course, Mbappe is the main hype. 91 striker, every year at this point in the game, we're waiting for an Mbappe Evo. Like, it's been the same way since Evo's been in the game. And we've got from Mohabs, would Mbappe with finesse plus, low driven plus, and quick step plus getting your team? Now, not only does that go, ooh, we know what the Mbappe upgrade's going to be, that tells us the first two playstyles should be finesse and low driven. As long as this is correct, the first two playstyles should be finesse and low driven. We don't know which order they would come in. So if you've already got a 2 playstyle plus card, we don't know whether finesse comes first or low driven comes first. But if you've already got a striker with either finesse or low driven, then they're guaranteed to get the other one, right? So that could be crazy for a lot of cards. We don't know what the third playstyle plus would be. And of course, Mbappe's the main one, but there are other 91 rated strikers in this game that with an upgrade with an Evo would be ridiculous. The obvious one that everyone has jumped to, because it is the most obvious one, is Fantasy Endrick. Why is this? Because, well, this card before Team of the Season dropped was one of the most broken cards in the entire game because of how many playstyles he's got. He had Finesse plus and Incisive plus, so he would get Low Driven plus as his next playstyle plus. He would get a stats boost, you would think, of course, with 94 pace already, 91 shooting, 91 dribbling. He's already 5-star, 5-star anyway, and can play right wing. This card could be better than Mbappe if he fits the Evo. And we don't know. Mbappe will fit. We don't know whether Endrick will fit. And there are other cards as well, but he's definitely the one that I'm looking forward to the most if he has a crazy Evo. There's a lot of Team of the Season fodder cards, even like cards like a Yarzabal that could just go with a bit of a stat boost, go crazy. But I imagine it'll be a max 2 playstyle plus anyway, so you can ignore most of the Team of the Season cards. So you're more looking at cards like the icons and heroes. So a Barbo, if you got that Barbo card, he could be crazy in the Evo. Foot Birthday Eto could be crazy in the Evo. Who has Player of the Month Mbappe? Surely no one has this Player of the Month Mbappe. But if he fits the Evo, a rapid plus, low driven plus, finesse shot plus Mbappe could be insane. And you can see some other cards there. It should be max 2 playstyle plus. And most of these cards, if Mbappe does fit, you would think would fit the Evo as well. So it could be some crazy cards. Mbappe's, of course, already massively up in price. And we'll talk about him a little bit later on when we talk coins and things. But this is the big one, okay? Huge news. FC26 patch 1.6 info incoming. So a patch is cool when it comes to FIFA. A lot of times it doesn't change too much. Sometimes it changes a lot. This one's really specific because it's an FC27 tester patch. No one said that, but it is. It's just an FC27 tester patch. EA have gone, right, less people are playing the game right now in FC26. We've missed a few things. We've gone wrong on a few things. Let's just test FC27 in this year's game. So, walk you through it one by one. We have Evolution Reset plus Repeatable Evolutions. A new interesting token system. We have more on that in a second. Nerfed Bruiser and Bruiser Plus. Finally, how long has that been since we're getting that? And also, when's that actually coming to the game, right? We've been waiting on that for ages. Strong dribbling boost. That means nothing to us until we get more information, but could make the gameplay more smooth. I doubt it, but we never know. Improved shoulder challenges and back hit detection. That to me links very closely with the Bruiser Plus. You know, when someone shoulder barges you from behind and wins the ball cleanly. That just seems to me like it's Bruiser Plus linked. And this one, again, tested for FC27, almost 100%. You guys know we spoke about a lot in the past. Playstyles would be a lot better implemented if they were stat linked. So, for example, if you had 95 acceleration, you would get Quick Step Plus. If you have 90 acceleration, you get Quick Step White, and so on, right? EA saying that, well, 90 plus interception stat players are going to unlock the new intercepting animations. Could you easily see something next year where to get Intercept Plus, you have to have 90 plus interceptions. However, what if you then had a card with all 90 plus stats? What playstyles do they have, right? So there could be, you know, a lot of loopholes in that. But new animations for a stat would be absolutely kind of crazy. The big one, though, right to the top, Evolutions Reset and Repeatable Evolutions. Now, Repeatable Evolutions to me just means that, I don't know, I don't even know what they're going to infer that as, but we've already got Repeatable Evolutions in a sense, right? Does that mean we can use different evolutions like the big ones twice? Does that mean we can use them infinitely? I have no idea what repeatable evolutions means. But evolution reset is the big one. Now, if you're thinking, why does an evolution reset matter? Why would you ever want to reset an evolution? The reason it matters isn't to sort of like create crazy, ridiculous monster evolution cards. The reason it matters is if you're someone that's played the game even for a couple of months. Because what happens on this game, I guess this card like this Hullet is maybe not the best example, but if any of you guys have a card, like for example, a Joelinton Evo could be a perfect example, right? Who remembers, actually a better one, I've got the Evo here, the Pogba, right? Who remembers this Evo, right? 93 rated, 500k Evo, and we got this about a month or two ago, right? And you got this card here, this Paul Pogba. Maybe you had a crazy chain, Paul Pogba, and then you put him into that 500k Evo, and he went even crazier, like this card here. But now we've moved on to 91 rated evolutions. This guy doesn't fit them because he's 93 rated, But obviously, you see the stats on this card here. They're really good, but they're not the best. They could be even better with some of the new evolutions out, the chain evolutions that, of course, Pogba doesn't fit. So let's say I've done crazy chains on this Pogba, like loads of chains, and I don't want this 500k Evo anymore. So if I could undo this Evo, maybe get the coins back. If I get the coins back, that would be insane, but I don't think that would be the case. I think as soon as you spent the coins, they are gone. I don't think EA will let you get the coins back. But even so, if I can undo this evolution on Pogba, he would go back to whatever he was at the end of my current chain. Maybe he was an 88 rated card. Maybe he was an 87 rated card. I could then put him into loads of the current, like, the newer chain evolutions. And it gives me a way to use a card that I have 227 games on, put him into the new, improved evolutions, make him an even better card, and it gives us a way to make cards like Club Legends have a bit more, like, longevity in the club, if that makes sense. So, for example, again, Rio and Gamoa, maybe I want to put him into some more of, like, the max 90, max 89 chain evolutions, because he's obviously missing loads of stats now. He's way behind the power curve. Because I made him 91 ages ago, I can no longer do that. So once again, if I could undo 1 or 2 evolutions on him, that would be insane to make crazy chains with older players. Ones that we've been using throughout the game cycle already. And of course, it does depend on how EA choose to implement it. Would you be able to choose exactly how many chain evolutions to undo? Would you have to undo all of them or just one of them? No idea. But the fact that it's coming in FC26 is very, very hyped in my opinion, because we need something like this in FC27. We get to see how it works in FC26. We have loads of chain evolutions in our club, if you're anything like me anyway. So it could be pretty cool for the last couple of weeks and months of the game to see what we can build with some of our older players. So hopefully that system is really, really good. And the other one, arguably even more hyped for a lot of people, a new interesting token system. Now, this is some slop AI graphics, so apologies leakers, but it is pure slop. But this is what they're theorizing that we could get. It seems to me it could be Icon Swaps version 2, or it could be absolutely insane and linked with the World Cup if EA do it properly. Will they do that? I don't know. I hope it works like this down at the bottom. What I do not want is score 75 chip shots with an under 4'5" player from the Argentinian second division and you get 10 tokens. But what I do want is just assist 10 goals and it resets every week, every day. It's like daily plays, right? Daily plays, weekly plays. It's like what you see on screen here. Completing SBCs, completing evolutions, buy a few cards off the market, play rivals, play champs. That's it. You get 10 or 15 tokens. You can save as much as you want. A token store, a bit like Fortnite. Look, we need to copy things from other games at this point, trust me. Bit like Fortnite where it refreshes daily. Maybe there's a weekly store. Maybe there's then a seasonal store for some bigger items in. I think FC27, to keep up with the times, is going to have to do some completely new stuff. I get people would hate like an in-game token shop. I think the game needs it personally. I think it needs it as long as the tokens are not linked whatsoever with FIFA points and real life money, and it's purely in-game. It is purely free-to-play versus free-to-play, right? There's no like pay-to-win advantage with these tokens. And if they did the sort of daily, weekly, seasonal shop, it could be a great new way to grind the game if you're someone that just plays the game, right? Let's say you're someone that doesn't like doing all the different objectives, just enjoy playing a bit of rivals, playing a bit of friendlies. Maybe it would let you get some other cards that like no one else would get because you have to grind them and play the game every single day. Again, with this, we need more details. We need more leaks. We need to just see what it's like in game, to be honest. I wish it just came out in the game rather than having all these like drip-fed leaks. But let's see what comes out in the game. But the hype thing is for me, is it's not coming in FC27. Well, it is, but it's also coming first in FC26 so we can physically see what it looks like. And then hopefully, if there's like bugs or things wrong with it, EA can then fix that for FC27 next year. And then the final leak that we've got that will massively, massively change how playable this game is, how enjoyable it is, how the market reacts, how the in-game SBCs and Evos feel, everything, is the World's game. Of course, the World Cup tournament mode that is now coming. Like, I've been away for it in Milan, so I've missed a lot of this, but apparently it was leaked to come today, and now it's not coming today. I missed all that, right? I got lucky. I didn't have to get involved in all that, but apparently, officially now, comes 4th of June. So not tomorrow, but the Thursday after. Next Thursday, with the new season, new tournament mode, the 48 national teams, the real stadiums, this kind of things here, where it doesn't really affect the meta in the game and the market, is still really nice if it's done properly. It just makes the game feel a lot nicer. That's things that we've missed in old FIFAs. We've gone away from sort of the realism side, and we care more now about like the Evos, SBCs, content. But having the real stadiums, the real national teams, all that good stuff is really, really nice. And remember, FC26 is free in PlayStation Plus until June 16th. I think FC26 is going to be like free or on offer more and more as we get into the summer anyway. So I wouldn't stress about that too much. This new tournament mode could be ridiculous. EA could do this so well or make it the most pointless thing in the entire world and no one ever touches it. Can I tell you what I want with this? I just want the game to feel like the World Cup, feel fun. Make it so we can use only like one, it's a one nation tournament and it has to be one of the 48 teams, right? Then maybe everyone just runs France teams and Brazil teams, but at least it's a little bit of something, right? Make it so that like it's max rating cap to try and encourage people to use other nations. Make it something like that. Do it so it's like an actual World Cup tournament. Do a bracket style system. Do something new. Make it World Cup themed. Make the rewards World Cup themed. Don't give me a 1 of 5, 88 plus player pick. I don't care. Give me a World Cup player. Give me something cool like that. Give me an exclusive card like we got with League SBCs, right? Maybe every time you do the tournament, you get to pick one card and there's like one per nation. You could try and complete them all. Imagine that. Imagine there was 48 unique cards. I'm sure we're not going to get that, right? But EA could do so many different things. Like on the spot there, I can think of things that would make this way more enjoyable to play and everyone would get behind and get hyped with. Just do something, right? Now that could be insane next Thursday, and I'm sure we'll talk about it more on the weekend and in the week. It could be awful. So we do get the World Cup next Thursday anyway. It'll be alongside the Heroes promo we spoke about before. And then, of course, we'll get the actual World Cup game mode after the Heroes promo. And that's when it fully starts. So Thursday, we get the World Cup season. We then get the World Cup game mode and in terms of, the promo. And that's when it all officially kicks off. Genuinely, if you guys remember, I think it was FIFA 23 or any of the World Cup games we've had before, the hype that comes with it is really, really good. Like, the World Cup stuff is really, really good. Everyone gets into football again. And FIFA, still to this day, is the best football game. Despite that not saying much, it is the best football game. So hopefully that is just fun to play and brings a lot of people to the game. If the FC26 is, stays free on PlayStation or it comes on discount on Xbox and PC or whatever, brings a lot of people to the game. The new tournament mode would be really, really good. And I kind of don't care as much about this in terms of the market, SBCs and Evos. I just want this side of the game now to be really fun to play and like an enjoyable experience, something new. But from what is coming on the game next week to what we just had on the game with the Barca's women's team. So I missed the Villa team drop. I was keeping up to date with the prices and stuff, but I missed the Villa Europa League team drop. Yesterday we got the Barca women's team drop, and these are some of the most hype cards on the entire game. Some of the most expensive cards on the entire game, like the Salma card, who is 4 million coins, and it's the same as last year. These cards are way rarer than the team of the season cards, way more hyped, and across the board, generally have better stats. And it's not just the cards like Peanut, it's like even the cards like Patry or the Chiara Sarah Jordi Lelegram. She is 400k and definitely one of like the worst cards in the team, whatever you want to say. But she's a 9 Galangang, 95, 95, 95, 5-star, centre mid with crazy stats and play styles. And she's one of the worst cards in the team. So even though these cards are super rare, they brought the rest of the market down. And everyone has already started to buy these cards. So if you guys missed it, the Villa team went up out of packs, basically, because they're super rare. They went up out of packs. Everyone was expecting the same thing with the women's Barcelona team. But what has happened is, because Weekend League ended, of course, Tuesday morning. Or not Tuesday morning, sorry, Wednesday morning. Weekend League ended this morning. Is that the last bit of supply with these cards was basically like last night. So if you look on the larger graph on these cards, she went lowest on Tuesday in packs. And then Weekend Leagues ended. So they've not had the same thing at Villa, where they had the second sort of dip. Weekend League's ended now. So what you might get is, these cards are still in packs. You might get one more dip at content time today, possibly. But it could just be that you keep seeing these cards rising and rising. And if you do see any dips on some of the better cards, so for example, let's say you see Payor go down from 2.1 back below 2 million coins between sort of now and content time, even maybe tonight overnight, just before rival rewards, it could be one last buy opportunity for these cards. But they could also just keep rising. We've kind of missed the Weekend League supply. They could just keep rising and kind of not do exactly what the Villa cards did. But it all depends, in my opinion, on the leaks that we get. Because if we get crazy hero leaks, if we get crazy World Cup leaks, all of a sudden, then these Barca women cards going from being the most hyped cards on the game to just anything else in the pile, right? They're just joining the Ultimate Team of the Season cards in the pile. These cards are so hyped and so expensive because of the rarity and the hype of them. They're currently the fresh new toy, the fresh new thing. They are like the only thing that feels like they're worth grinding because everyone's already got loads of Ultimate Team of the Season cards. They've all crashed in price. And that is what makes these cards so expensive. So I think, yes, they can do really well out of packs. I think we'll try and call some of them in the Discord if we see that. But a lot of the cards, I'm sure, will just crash if we get crazy new leaks anyway. Of course, Impact still, in certain terms of buying things out of packs anyway, we've still got the Ultimate Team of the Season. And I think these are more safe. Now, what I would do with these is, I would buy the ones that are still super cheap, but super usable. So, I believe it's already been called in the Discord, but the ones like Pavlovic, Palestra, even is Casper Reed in the women's one. The cards that are much cheaper, but still like sort of best in position or one of the best in the position in the entire game. So Casper Reed's already up. She's up 10,000 coins already. And you can kind of see why, right? She's one of the best right backs in the entire game. And she was 30,000 coins, 96 rated TOTS card. If the hero cards are not crazy, right? If these cards are not crazy, and they're not even as good as the Ultimate Team of the Season cards, then people, when they do play this weekend league for the heroes or just buy teams in general, complete objectives, they'll go back and they'll buy the other cards. And because, think about it, right? Because you get a lot of new people on the game, with the game being free and people playing in the summer for the World Cup modes and stuff, rather than cards like Sangare maybe doing as well, who like could do that, the higher end cards can still do well, but rather than that card, often the better cards to buy are the cards like Palestra, like Pavlovic, like Kasper Reed, anyone else that is super, super cheap, but like one of the 2-3 best cards in the position in the entire game. People will buy those cards, they're out of packs, they'll get a lot rarer, and them cards do really, really well. You can see cards like Pavlovic and Palestra, for example, even double, because they go up to 30,000 coins in the next week or two. So I'd much rather put my coins there. Again, the reason is, a card like Modric, as an example, he can do really, really well, right? He could go from 670,000 coins back up towards 800,000 coins, what he's been the last few days. But if we get more centre mid leagues, if we get a Pateas SBC, if we get, again, just more crazier stuff, if the dopamine curve keeps getting bigger and bigger, then the Ultimate Tots cards, like the Barcelona women's cards, keep falling, right? We're in that point in the game where you don't really see the market now go right back up. It has little rebounds on certain cards, very like small rebounds, but the cards often do better. A fodder card, cheaper cards that get bought en masse by new players on the game. That is often what you're trading now. You're often trading the smaller cards and more of them, rather than buying some of the big cards, apart from, again, the 1 or 2 like crashes that we'll get in the next few weeks for a small rebound. So speaking of fodder, if you were going to buy fodder again, shock surprised 85s. I can't believe more people don't do this still. Guys, please, you're in the point in the game now where just trade to be able to do SBCs and Evos. That's all you need to do, right? If you just buy 85s, buy fodder, buy the things called in the Discord, buy the things called in these videos, you can just trade enough every single day, make 100, 200, 300k, do every SBC, do every Evo, even open a few store packs, completely like really enjoy the game from now until the end of the game cycle. That's what I'd personally be doing, right? Even the Martyr card, if you look at the state of this graph, every single time they're near discard, buy them, sell them at content, buy them, sell them at content, buy them, sell them at content. If you just did this, like even in this last like couple of days here, you would have nearly doubled your coins, what, like 4 or 5 times? You guys do the maths, right? That's a goal of the game. No, but that is a lot of coins. That is a lot of coins if you just bought 85s and doubled it every single time. Of course, it's a lot of cards to buy. I do understand that. But when we're talking fodder, even with Pateas coming and all this stuff, I would still rather just buy 85s and keep doubling them. And the last and probably best thing of the entire thing, this has nothing to do with me. This is just Toby in the Discord. I'm not taking any credit for this, but he has posted a full comprehensive, you can see how many players there, overpriced selling list. If you're someone that has too lazy to make coins, it's the summer, you just want some coins for SBCs and that's all you want to do, and you just want to buy cards, lazy sell them, make 200k a day and move on with your life, Toby has put a full guide and list of overpriced selling cards. Get in the Discord, buy the players from that list, overpriced sell them, make 1 or 200k a day. That is it, right? It's literally a free Discord, guys. It's going to be free until the rest of the game cycle now, of course. Not going to make anyone pay for a Discord now. Get yourself in. Get the free overpriced selling list. Make 100k, 200k a day. That should do you. You'll be able to do the Pateas SBC. You'll be able to try some of the new cards. Honestly, even just that alone is enough. Boys and girls, I appreciate everything. All the support on the channel recently. Hopefully, all those new leaks, the 1.6 packs, the token system, Evos being reversible. So hopefully, all that content makes the game much more enjoyable with the World Cup mode to play over across the next couple of weeks. Again, the World Cup mode will be massive. But yeah, appreciate all the support. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Double check. Maybe you're not subscribed already. But yeah, until next time, boys and girls, I'll see you all in a bit.